What up?
Dude,
how are you?
I'm doing great, man, but not nearly as good as you, Ben. First of all, how are you? Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling. We're in Arizona today.
Yeah, true. And listen, you've been killing it on this tour, Dirty Work Tour, and I was fortunate enough to spend a couple days with you guys kind of towards the beginning. And, I mean, we all know how it goes that you're not allowed to play the same, like, states or cities within a certain kind of, certain number of days. But things sold out so quickly that you ended up doing 2 dates, kind of like back-to-back almost, for both Philly and Jersey. I mean, what a great reception, man.
Yeah, it was really unexpected, to be honest. We sort of put this tour together. It was the tour itself was really unexpected. You know, like our manager is very good friends with Yellowcard's manager, and when the news that they were getting back together and making a record and all that sort of got out, we were the first people, I think, to jump on the idea of, you know, holy shit, we love these dudes.
Yeah.
We have to tour together.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, slowly but surely we got that whole thing organized, and their record came out, and there it was. There was a tour, and we started in the UK and Europe, and it went so well, and we knew it was going to do well over here, so we kept it going, and it's been incredible, man. Really good hangs, a lot of friends made.
And to be here with Alex from All Time Low, the thing is, for anybody, no matter what type of music they like, pretty much except country, there's something for everybody with this tour. And also the diversity, you have like 12-year-olds to like 30-year-olds that love Yellowcard. I remember seeing Yellowcard with Lawrence Armstrong's starting line in Philadelphia at a church somewhere from back in the day, you know, like warm October nights, like back in the day.
Yeah.
And
Mighty King of Avondale, dude.
Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah, you know it. And it's something for everybody on this tour, and I think it's pretty much just genius in general. And, you know, it's been going on for a couple of weeks, but it's still going to be going on after that as well, so I urge everybody to check it out. But besides the tour, though, we got a lot coming up for you. So we finally have a release date. Talk about that and the album in general.
Yeah, it's been a process getting a release date, you know, to be official and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, I guess. Long story short, being a part of a new label is definitely something you can't anticipate, and you can't always call everything that's going to happen next. And at the end of the day, it's nobody's fault really, but it made the most sense to keep pushing the record back. And I know there are some kids that are supremely frustrated by it, but at the same time, you know, it's going to be for the best. And at the end of the day, All Time Low has always been a summer band, so I think the record dropping in June is going to be perfect.
Right.
And outside of that process, making the record was incredible. I definitely think this is the best thing we've ever done. You know, it's more pop than we've ever popped, and it's more rock than we've ever rocked. So I'm really excited about that.
And what I want to say is, because, I mean, you've been on the program for years. I remember you were on, like, the first day, like, the eve of the release of So Wrong It's Right. And just from then on, we knew things were just going to get crazy. But it's got to be semi-frustrating, and I know from, you know, posts on internet, etc., that, you know, it was out of your control, which is, you know, can definitely be a negative or deferential to the band and whatnot. But if it's going to come out, I always said, I was always posting this, that we want it to be promoted correctly. If you're going to do it, you got to have great marketing behind it, because we want this album to become huge, dude. I thought the last album, Nothing Personal, was great. Obviously, I Always Told You Too Much was one of my favorite songs from it. I thought there were many singles on that album that really could have been pushed much further than they were. So, I mean, if there's a positive out of any of this, it's, well, yes, it is in time for the summer, but also that hopefully we have everybody together so that it can be pushed the way it should be.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head, man. Like, it's definitely, the idea of the delays and whatnot was so that we weren't competing with bigger artists on the new label. You know, Lady Gaga has a record coming out, and several other artists on the Interscope roster that definitely, like you said, it's a business, and we don't want to fall victim to being undermined by one of those larger acts. We want to have our shot. So, you know, this was the most logical thing to do, and this is what Interscope, you know, said was going to be the best thing for us, and we fully believe it. So, we're stoked with the setup. We're really happy to be where we are.
I think you guys did the best thing possible too, as well, because you released Time Bomb. So, by the way, I love Time Bomb. I mean, I know it's not gonna be a single or anything like that. I don't believe so, but I just love it, dude. I love your the vocal melodies in it, especially like "Oh, resistance is useless." Like, I just love how that, like, the
Thanks,
pre-chorus, dude. I think that was a great song to start with, and then how you'll go into the breakdown and then double time for the ending of the song. And you released you released that before the tour started, and so kids knew the lyrics to the song. And now that you have "I Feel Like Dancing," that's out now. I mean, you guys are doing it the right way, even though you did have this little bit of a lapse in time and whatnot.
Well, it's actually worked out for the best, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's been a slow build, and I think in that sense, you know, people are kind of getting these like little teasers of the album, and you know, some people are reacting positively, some people are reacting negatively, but at the same time, everybody's talking about it, which I think is the best thing about it. Because one of the things I've always stood by with this record is that there's going to be a song for everybody on it. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the kids that don't appreciate the poppier stuff are definitely going to appreciate the heavier stuff. And it's going to be an interesting kind of build up to when it finally comes out and people are like, oh, okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's funny because some people might not have liked Time Bomb, but they'll like "I Feel Like Dancing," but then it's like vice versa. So it's something with everybody, and that's kind of what you want, especially coming off Nothing Personal, which, like I said, was a pretty diverse album. I mean, you guys did get some shit for it. You guys got a lot of praises for it as well, but I think that was kind of like, let's say, the first stepping stone for an identity of All Time Low, and now you have, you're able to kind of just branch out that much further with this album. And I know you guys have been working on it. Recording process was wild, right? You worked with Hoppus, you worked with a bunch of different people. So how can, instead of saying, oh, this album's more mature than the past stuff, how can we kind of sum it up?
I don't necessarily know if it's more mature.
Yeah, well, don't say that. I refuse to let bands say that because I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
You know?
That's just a way of saying that the record's worse. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's definitely a sense of we're growing into ourselves. You know, I don't think we're there yet. I think the most interesting thing about this band is that we started as 100% pop punk driven. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
4 or 5 years ago.
You used to cover "Damn It," dude. Did you ever have a conversation with Hoppus about that? Did he ever be like, dude, you used to cover us? Like,
yeah, what? absolutely. He made fun of me. He made fun of me for a whole day about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one of those things. It's like you earn your stripes and you climb your way from the bottom. And it was one of those things. You know, we started completely invested in pop punk, and now we're a little bit older, and we're not necessarily fully invested in you know where we came from. We respect where we came from and we love where we came from, but at the same time, we're trying to grow out of that a little bit and explore new boundaries and try to, you know, do the best we can for our music and take it to new heights. So I think, you know, we're not done. This record is the next step in that process, and it's just a gradual build. Like you said with the last record, it was met with, you know, mixed reviews, as this one will be. And you know, I don't think a band ever truly finds themselves until they're done, I guess.
Yeah, or yeah, I guess that's actually a pretty good way to look at it. As we speak here with Alex All Time Low, it's twatter.com/Alex All Time Low. There's a lot of